Yeah, screw it, I'm showing off heroes because I want to. Because they suck. Except not really. I just kind of felt like doing this. So for the hero deck here today, we have Elite Drain Hero, which of course means Skill Drain is a thing. And I have played one match with this in terms of testing. And this was before, this is before even I did the Dark Magician, because this is being recorded directly after the Dark Magician one, because I felt like it. But yeah, I did do one game with it, which I just failed to mention previously. I played against Darkness L and his Mecha Phantom Beasts and did pretty well. Obviously, I still think the deck can do with some room for improvement. It's definitely sort of like a grindy sort of deck. It does well and pretty well in a grind game, and considering I managed to pull something fair out of my ass and managed to take that match against Mecha Phantom Beasts, it gives me good confidence that I can commit to this deck for the rest of the format, and hopefully and possibly in the next format if they don't bring Stratos back, because fuck's sakes, dumbest thing they ever did. Anyways, just getting on with the deck list. Triple Alias, because now he's pretty much the standard sort of, I'm like the hero, because Stratos, come back to us please. Double Wild Heart, because, you know, a bunch of traps and whatnot, just send him in, he'll just laugh in their face. And he works, and he gets around Skill Drain as well, it's really nice. Then we got a Captain Gold, because with the Skill Drain you have 21 beats. I might throw a second one in there for that purpose. Because, you know, 21 beats is pretty damn good. It runs over pretty much. Like, even in the Rogue Blue Eyes matchup, I can just drop this, Skyscraper, bang, and proceed to wreck a whole lot of face. So, I'm considering running a second one of him. Might cut a Wild Heart, because Wild Heart's only a 15 attack, so he's a bit eh. Thrasher, just because it's there. And, you know, Skill Drain lets him attack with other monsters on board. Crusader, I am considering cutting this guy for Evocator, because Evocator gives me the ability to Miracle into a Nova Master, which is pretty damn handy, especially considering hand presence is a pretty good thing to have with this sort of deck going into the grind game. Plus, of course, Warrior type means that's searchable through stuff, and I don't run Honest in this deck, so I don't think Crusader really is that handy. So I'm probably just gonna do the switcheroo. Sorry about that. Thunder King, because just general sort of good sort of card to kick ass. Then Barbaros, because, I mean, if you're running Skill Drain, you gotta have 3k beat sticks running around the joint. Okay, so spells. 3 equals 3 dualities. Normally I wouldn't be a fan of 3 dualities, but I figured since the nature of this deck is to just shut the opponent's ability effects down and then sort of just grind out the win, I figured duality might as well be put at 3. It works pretty well. Would like to get me hands on another super rare one, because, you know, I mean, you all know how anal I am about running multiple cards with different rarities and whatnot. For some reason, Dark Magician 84 complained about that with his Battle Faders in his deck. I don't know why, but I don't know. I guess I'm just contagious. 3 Gem Sparks, because this thing is amazing, and it's the only real reason I have Crusader in there anyway. It would be much easier to have the Vocator, like I said. 2 Miracle Fusions, because, like I said, the grind game is more of this thing's speciality. I mean, it's obviously got fusion plays up for days, but figured 3 might just be a bit too It might be a little bit cloggy, but I mean, if you run 3 of these in a deck that runs probably like 6 heroes, and this may go up to about 7, then I guess I'm still a bit iffy, to be fair, though. I might still just decide to roll the 3rd one, but for now I'm giving 2 a shot. And I'll probably just test that a little bit further against other random people in DN, but yeah. Rotar, because you search that sort of stuff out. Skyscraper, because why the hell would you have Captain Gold in here without this? And then for back row protection, that sort of stuff, double Lance, double MST. sounds a bit standard. It's good. And then Book and Dark Hole. That sort of jazz. Traps. Hero Blast, because this thing is freaking amazing. And then double Skill Drain, because this wouldn't be Elite Drain Hero without it. And then we got Warning, Bottomless, Deep Prison, Compulse, Torrential, and 1 Mirror Force, because I didn't really have the room to chuck in a second Mirror Force. And I would only have to chuck the second, and I could only really see myself chucking the second Mirror Force in, because the other Deep Prison is in, I think, Black Wings, and I just took the Orient Dragon out of that build. So I don't really want to take its Deep Prison out, because I just want to make sure, because I would like to at least make that somewhat good. And I haven't and I don't think I've shown off that Blackwing deck yet. I can't even remember for the life of me. But yeah, that's the deck. That's the main deck. Going on to extras. 2 Shinings, because he just wrecks general face. 1 AZ, because Bubbleman's no longer a thing, and the only way I could really go into this is with Super Poly, because yeah, I could tech in a Bubbleman just for the hell of it, but who knows. Nova Master would be much better to go into if I had Chevalier. I might actually bump this thing up to 2 if I throw the Chevalier in there, just so I have the Miracle play to go into Chevalier, and then if I'm dealing with something like a Fire King, Fire Fist, that sort of jazz, then I can have the second one up prepared for Super Poly plays. Screedow, because yeah. Great Tornado, a little bit lusterless because of Stratos being gone, but oh well. Dragunity's still a thing. Gaia, I might actually bump this up. I'm considering bumping this up to 2 as well, because it's got a pretty decent effect, and if Great Tornado is not going to come out quite as much, then it would be nice to have a second Gaia. Although if I'm going to be incredibly anal about it, I'm probably just going to end up bloody looking around on eBay for another secret one. So, anyways, Xyz, Excalibur, Blade Armor, stock standard. Dynamo, because you can just go for the light sort of shenanigans. Same thing with the Omega, because it's bloody hella awesome. Cowboy, for the game-winning play. My Stroke, for defensive option. Dweller, because those sorts of shenanigans still exist. And Crazy Box, because you have a 3000 beat stick under... It's an additional 3000 beat stick under... Skill Drain, which can actually start swinging around and shit like that. People should really learn not to fuck with a Borg cube. Anyways, side deck, once again, experimental. Couple of these things were actually pretty damn handy. Double Doom Cowl. This one's still a little bit on the ropes, to be fair, but it's actually not too bad. It gets around skill drain and whatnot, so it's pretty cool. 1D Fissure, I feel like it's only really there to fill up space. I think D-Fissure would probably just be better off if it got put back up to 2. I mean, I know Richie wouldn't be too happy about that, but this is probably going to get cut for something, because I don't really like it at 1. Double Prohibition wasn't too useful in the game that I played, but yeah, still work on that one. Double Super Poly, because you know, because like I said when I was talking about Miracle Fusion, the whole fusion play thing is not like the main focus point of the deck, which is why if you have situations where Super Poly would work really well to wreck the opponent's plays, like if I went up against Hieratics, I would definitely side this in, because if they go for the OTK, then I could just Super Poly an alias with their Gaia Dragon, make a Great Tornado, halve the attack of all the opponent's monsters, and just pretty much be like, their OTK then proceeds to go, oh shit. So no messing around with Super Poly. It's a good card. 1 Soul Drain, 1 Mind Drain for that sort of jazz involving dragons and whatnot. Double Shadow Imprisoning. I could throw Lights, because Light, who gives a shit about Light Imprisoning, but I don't. My Light Imprisoning mirrors I think are in another deck, so Double Rivalry, because I got enough warriors to make it worthwhile, and with Evocator in the deck, it means I don't conflict whenever I top deck into Crusader. and then double Xingjian, because this thing actually won me game 3 against Lukmon's Mecha Phantom Beast, because I sealed off one of his D prisons. I almost sealed off 2 of them, but I ended up hitting the other back row that was on the other side, and it turned out to be a fucking, what do you call it, a bloody reckless. So, oh well, shit happens. So that's the updated hero deck. This will probably be my main deck if it does work. Because obviously it can always just flop harder than hell, and then I've got Dragon Rulers at the moment. So at this stage, this is like second in line to the main deck throne for me. What else is there? Nah, there's not much else. Once I finally decide to dump Dragon Rules once and for all, this will probably go back to be my main deck. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Dragon Ruler, I don't even know if I should even bother. It's going to be as generic as all sin, and people are just probably going to bloody flame the shit out of me. So yeah, but I'm not doing it now because I still need vanities. So yeah, that's it. So see you for whatever video I do next. Probably some more Soul Silver stuff.